Let's talk about the Crystal Galaxy Information Part 4 now. Now we're playing the Crystal Galaxy planet called Zorf. It's called Zoros. Now the planet Zoros is a paradise-like planet. It's a tropical paradise-like planet. That basically, Zoros is a tropical paradise-like planet that is ruled over by the Zoros. And the Zoros, it's a it'd basically be a rich paradise planet filled with islands, and as well as native fauna and wildlife, including sentient plants. Now, Zoros is actually a planet. It's also filled with floating islands too. Now, Zoros is actually a planet in a much more far-flung region of the Crystal Galaxy. And it's kind of a little bit more kind of separated from other worlds in the galaxy. Another planet in the Crystal Galaxy, a planet called Karnos. Now, Karnos is actually a war-torn gladiatorial planet. It's mainly used as a slave labor planet. It's basically heavily a slave labor. Now, Karnos, it's a heavily a slave labor planet. It basically means that different beings from across the galaxy are basically Crystal Galaxy are taken to Karnos to basically serve as slaves. So it's a slave labor planet. It heavily relies on slave labor. It's heavily built upon slave labor. Basically, usually to mine. Basically, it's heavily used to mine substance called to mine rare substances, and even serve of agricultural. Basically, they're often also slave labor on Karnos, on Karno, on Karo. Basically, Karo. Basically, it's another thing with Karo is basically now is an extremely valued slave intergalactic planet for interstellar slave labor. Karo is also a planet. It's basically the hub of intergalactic slavery, intergalactic slave labor. It's basically a hub for slave labor, and extremely pretty much widely valued slave labor. And slaves on Karo they're often kind of mistreated, often subject to weapons and extreme torture. And with Karo. Yeah, now we're playing in the Crystal Galaxy. Would be a planet called Gua. Now, Gua is a heavily swampy-based planet. Now, Gua, it's basically a heavily swampy planet, and it's covered entirely in swamps, and it's considered a kind of rather uninhabitable planet. While not inhospitable, it's considered a planet that's not really recommended for people to really live there, though it does have sentient life that lives there. Mainly the Guo. Basically, it's native species. So yeah.